In a dusty corner of a busy market, nestled between the vibrant stalls of fruits and vegetables, there sits a small, humble cart. It's barely holding together, the wheels creaking as they turn. And there, in the shadows of the bustling market, stands a sad little cat. Her fur is matted and thin, her once beautiful coat now faded with time and hardship. She's heavy with the weight of her pregnancy, her belly swollen with the tiny life inside her. Her name? Cleo. She wasn't always this way. Once, Cleo roamed freely, full of life and laughter, chasing butterflies in the sun. But that was before the world grew cold and unkind. Cleo's voice is barely a whisper now, drowned out by the loud shouts of other vendors. Her eyes, once bright and curious, now show the weight of countless sleepless nights. Every day, she drags herself to this same spot, hoping for a customer. But today, like most days, few stop. Her cart holds only a small selection of fish, caught from the river, but they're a far cry from the fresh, shimmering ones the larger stalls offer. She struggles to even catch enough for herself, let alone for her unborn kittens, but she doesn't give up. No, Cleo is not the kind to give up, even when the world seems to have forgotten her. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows over the market, Cleo's heart is heavy. The hope that once flickered in her eyes is starting to dim. But she doesn't stop. She doesn't walk away, not yet. And then, as if the universe is listening, a small child approaches her cart. Barely older than the kittens she carries inside her, the child looks up at her with big, hopeful eyes. The child doesn't have much, only a few coins clutched in their small hand, but their gaze is filled with kindness. They reach out, gently placing the coins on the table. For a moment, time seems to stand still. Cleo looks at the child, a flicker of something deep inside her heart, the first spark of warmth she's felt in days. With trembling paws, she picks out the best fish she has left. It's not much, but it's all she has to give. The child smiles, the kind of smile that can light up the darkest of days. They take the fish, holding it close, and nod to Cleo. And with that, the child walks away, the sound of their tiny footsteps echoing in Cleo's heart. The market continues, the vendors shouting their wares, the world turning. But for Cleo, in that small, fleeting moment, something shifts. The weight of her struggles doesn't disappear, but the warmth she feels from that small act of kindness fills her heart in a way she hasn't felt in a long time. Perhaps the world is not so cold after all. Perhaps, just maybe, there is still room for hope, and so, Cleo stays. The sun dips below the horizon, and the market quiets. But Cleo's heart beats a little stronger now. For sometimes, all it takes is one small act of kindness to remind us that even in the darkest times, there's still a chance for light.